All right, let's get into the part 2 of the baby birth as the catch-22 is upon us and these things that are being shown are unfolding into our world, and we get that cryptic message for that crypto on that 1:14:25. So let's bring some things into perspective, because the coming years are going to be the time frame that the so-called church and the religions and the programs in this world that are going to call end times and call this man over here the Antichrist and be going to this wolf's den over here, when it tells you that the sheep are among the wolves and the wolves are just here and they're about to gather you and devour you. So as these things are being given to prepare man for the sign of the coming, we're being shown this, that, and the other. The veil's being lifted now as it's being shown. And as the veil's being lifted, we're going to come eye to eye with the bridegroom. And I've told you about these times. And when they come eye to eye, they're going to say techno, and they're going to drop it down, and they're going to go into bond. So the songs that were being sung or mentioned in the article were 16 carriages. That's the car, the rage and the age, and the blackbird, and the yeah, and the my house, and the sweet honey bucking, and the Levi's, and the Jolene, and the Texas Hold'em. All these things are going to be playing a role in a flip-flop in your coming month as far as a year and such. It said the 13 days. These 13 days can lead to 13-month ripples. So the 16 car age, this might be tied to where in order to rent a car you got to be a lot older, that 25, unless you have insurance or you rent your car or whatever else or whatever. But last I checked, it was 25. So that would be tied to that Christmas spirit in a way, tying in from the spiritual to the carnal and carnal to the spiritual. And then this would tie into where you have to sign up for an app, but in order to sign up for the app, you got to be this age. But in order for you to be, if you're not that age, then your parents can sign off for you. It's kind of like going to college, where you can't get this $100,000 loan unless your parents co-sign for you, and they're the ones who should actually know better and know that that is the worst financial investment they could actually ever do for you. And instead of doing that loan, they should actually go buy you a house so you can live rent free for however many years, while you have time to build up your own business or go to a trade school so you can work for yourself and not be somebody's bitch for the rest of your life. Okay? But they want you to take it up the ass because they had to take it up the ass because their parents made them take it up the ass, and all these other things that are passed down from the traditions of men. So a couple different things going on here. And then this is also where I hear in the salon and other places, well, we're in a whole nother world, so I'm telling Timmy to go to college. You don't need effing college anymore. You got the effing computer. You got colleges at your fingertips. You got all knowledge that you need. I don't need to know this or that. I can look it up. I got the heaven window at my fingertips. I can't be programmed. I gotta know how to use the program rather than the program using me, because we're all the sons. We all have this computer. So are they using this computer to control this computer, to control this body? Or are you using the light inside of you and using this body and machine to control that computer? Okay, it goes both ways. Negative, positive, positive, negative. Which one are you being? You can feel it in the world. That's how this world is changing, and the vibration, all these things are coming about because it's being manifested through the lampstand. And it's being, either way. So the meme coin, these things are being shown with Tawaka Girl, whatever her name is. And then they're talking about the blowjobs not being good anymore and those types of things. The jobs, the robots, the Elon, the meme coin, all these things be running together and then they show that the spy upon you or whatever would be the AI network, and where all these things are working to where the people would end up getting rid of this shit or whatever kind of thing, where they'll start seeing him as the enemy. And he's already gone against the saying he's going to get rid of the IRS and all these other programs or whatever. So he's putting a cross on himself. And then if he does what he does in Texas or whatever, this would tie into that thing where I was seeing back in 2021 when we were in Wyoming, and something was telling me telling us or whatever to stay until the 28th of January. I could not leave before the 28th. Like every day. It's like if it doesn't happen 28th, gotta leave by then. But this is all tying to the years on these things too. But now that I understand the sands of time and now where we've been and how all these things are playing out and whatever else, and the things that's before us and this clock, then I can understand the 28 and the 32 and the 2033 and all these things that are set before us, and how Elon Musk and this digital thing that's coming upon, this King's Given 1 hour with the beast, which is with America and Lady Liberty in one way, and that's also Trump, and to divide these things, and as they all go, these are all to prepare us for the time of us coming. And one is going to take us forward and one's going to take us back, and the one that's going to take us back is the one that image has been given life, and to cause you to fear, and to cause you, because it says that some say with fear, and the Jew seeks the salvation. So that's where they're going to gather the dead that's seeking the salvation through these lights over here that's telling you that blue beam or scripted reality or whatever else is going on, when it's at best a merge of these things or just complete lies over here by the CIA to just take people down these rabbit trails to give them half truths, because the Spirit of Jesus is in all of us as far as that light seeking truth. But this is where we have to we can either seek truth doing the work ourselves, or we can let these people do the work for us and then hand feed us and be babies our whole life, to where it's Fox News, CNN, NBC, whatever, okay? And there is a time and place for that, because you need to know what the world believes, but you also need to know what the world doesn't believe, okay? So this is where Alex Jones came on, and he basically took the other part of the library and brought it to face value, and showing these things that so-called since Kennedy and the conspiracy theorists and all these CIA stuff came out back then, and they came out with the word conspiracy theorists to hide the people that were getting live accounts, or the people that went against the accounts given by the given narrative or whatever. That's where we're going to see the replay on these things in a different way, just like we saw in 2000 with Alex Jones and the Truth Community or whatever. So, and then also notice how Twitter, the X platform or whatever, is the one that's always given as for quotes or for shit, I'm having a brain fart on the word. Either way, so it uses for quotes. Anyway, so everybody gets Elon's message. So it's telling you, there's different things telling you that how the algorithm is rigged, and he's not giving you like truth and whatever else. It's all preset. But this is kind of that where that Max Hedron is coming on in one way and going to control this segment of the people. But Love is hate and hate is love. So whether they love him or hate him, he's going to control them in one way, shape, or form. So it's all set in different spectrums. And depending what side of the spectrum you're on, this next year and such, the 24 year or the 2025 year, and then the 25 year on the 9/11, which is the 26, which takes you that alphabet time frame. All these are time frames for, depending where you're at on the spectrum, for the birth of Jesus and the birth of Satan, the birth of Satan, the birth of Jesus. All these things to manifest in one's life, the Cain and Abel, Abel and Cain. And if you're going to go into submission and the bell worship, or if you're going to slay the bell and move forward and all those things. So there's that bond, and there's that so-called vagabond. So there's either way. The meme coin, this is just taking over because the old petrodollar has been controlled and hijacked by the globalist empire and the oil and all those things, and it's dirty money now in a way. And that's where you see like cocaine is on all these different bills. Well, if cocaine's on these bills, just imagine if people are, that means shit is on every single bill or whatever. And that kind of ties into the ass pennies on Upright Citizens Brigade. And you're at that upright time frame, but it's where the ass pennies, where he shoves a roll of pennies up his ass and then he hands them out or whatever. And that's how he has the upper hand, is knowing that all those pennies has been in his ass. So I highly recommend the first season of that show if you like to laugh, because it's pretty funny, in my humble opinion. Anyways, so this kind of tying into that. And then like cocaine is like on 1 out of every 5 bill back in the day, so it might be 1 on every 4 or whatever. But either way, this just kind of tying into where they can take this money out anytime, day of the week, with the flu or next corona or whatever else, and all these things will kind of compound into 1 year, one sweet year. And that woman that can be Lady Liberty, that Trump has his battle with if they want to do any type of weird chess moves or whatever, and kind of do some alterations on the queen, putting the king in check, and that king is the Cassius king, and the Don is king, and all those things. But got the Boxing Day today, the unwrapping Boxing Day is tomorrow, I think, for the 27th. So keep your eyes open, folks. We got the baby on site, and it's coming as the all these signs are coming. You know, your wife starts walking around like those kinds of things. So depending where you're at, okay, been following for a long, this should be like a pretty good style baby birth, with the overlaps of all these different things, with Netflix showing this, that, and the other, the carry on, and then the plane crash, and the people carrying on about their business on the plane, all these little different things overlapping or whatever. Okay, so as the Leave This World Behind this past year came out, and then The Last of Us, and these things, we've been tracking these things, and it's been boom, 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 getting faster and faster and faster. Okay, so for that birth, it's gonna be pushed out. All right, and the hemp, I don't know if I mentioned this, the hemp, the EMP, the Ozempic, that ties to Elon Musk, and that the morning, either way, we'll end it here, folks. We'll just go on and on, I guess.